How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Just North of Hell podcast. I'm your host, Mark Thomas, being joined by the infamous
Jamie Winters. Now, what number is this, by the way?
I think it's 40.
40?
That's a milestone, kind of.
I mean,
a little
10
milestone.
is important. Every 10 is important.
Well, we like, to measure stuff in tens,
Yeah. Dude.
Oh, no, 39. Not there yet.
Shit. Well,
whatever.
I think people should do less birthdays.
Really? Why? You think it should be every...
I think every year is excessive. I think, like, if you're, like, a rich boy, maybe every year. But, like...
You're like Billy Madison and...
if you're like the uber rich can do every year, but, like, I think most families should just do, like, every 5 years,
Right.
And then, like, at, like, 15, 16, you got, like, the... what's it called? I know what the female one is called. I don't know what the
16?
Well, no, like quinceañera.
Quinceañera?
Yeah, I know it's for females. I forget what the male version's called. I don't even know if there is one. But
I know it's bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah, but that's like 13, 14,
that's
right?
That's a totally different culture there, though.
Well, no. Bar mitzvahs are for guys, and bat mitzvahs are for girls.
I don't know, winners.
I think that's the way it is. Anyone who's Jewish, I doubt we have enough people to, like, statistically work out to, like, having one Jew listen. But if we do, correct that in the comments or whatever.
One of the girls I work with, she works in the kitchen.
Yeah.
In 1875, and she's Jewish. I was in there. I had to get, like, some salads to take to one of the tables, and I don't know. She's just talking. She's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure a good handful of my ancestors are dead from the Holocaust. I'm like shit. I literally was like, I don't know what to say. That's just horrible. I mean, I literally don't know. Like, I don't feel like saying
of
sorry.
All people, for me to laugh at that is really fucked up because, like, the way I look. But dude, that's like really fucked up and funny of her to say, in my opinion. Like, I think that's funny.
Well, it's just kind of
like obviously it's probably true, which is sad, but at the same time, like, for you to just bring it up out of the blue is
well, no, they're talking about it, but I walk into this conversation, I'm just like,
that's the first
shit.
thing you hear is that, yeah, probably a bunch of my people died, like, people related to me died in the Holocaust. That's okay though. What the fuck?
Now it's happening.
What percentage of the population did the Holocaust take out?
Northwest China with the Uyghurs.
Oh, yeah, but no one gives a shit about that.
Where are the Uyghurs?
What?
Where are the Uyghurs?
They're Muslims, but that's not what matters. I'm just saying nobody seems to care about
like,
that.
No, that's what I was asking. Like, where
are
the Uyghurs?
I didn't get the joke, man. Over my head.
It's kind of like in our minds and out.
It's not out of my mind. I think about it all the time.
Oh, no, I'm reading China books.
The thing, I don't think anyone knew how bad the Jews had it in Germany.
They had it bad.
They had it bad. But not many people in America know how bad the Uyghurs have it either, to be fair.
No, because it's not a point of interest. Why would the news want to make it a thing when there's so many ties with so many politicians, both left and right, with China and businesses? And
yeah, I know. But isn't it like the media's job is to, like,
reveal the truth?
I'm sorry, the way the left would say it. I want to get the words right. Bring truth to power or something like that.
I don't know what the left agenda is these days.
They don't give a shit. They really, the people on the left think they're doing humanity a service. And I'm talking, like, far left. I'm not talking like
moderate left.
Like the moderate left, I think you're wrong. But I can understand your viewpoints. I can understand the viewpoints from a conceptual level, like, all the way to communism. But like, I don't understand from a feeling perspective because I don't understand how you got your values. The moderate left, I can understand where you got your values from. The extreme left, I cannot. Like, how do you get that value system where you think it's okay to just enact policies that would end up being horrible due to the results, and just to ignore those? I'm sure you could look for examples, and, like, there's many examples the conservatives do the same thing, but I don't know, man. They're more vehemently protected by the left than I think the right protects theirs. Like, if you show the right why something's bad, they'll usually fix it.
Yeah. Well, it seems like a lot more people are jumping on the right, especially now that we had just entered into a technical recession.
That's the way it always goes. People realize, we don't have the money to actually.
They're not calling it a recession yet. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because did you know the White House legally changed the definition of recession?
Yes, I have heard that. I did see like a meme today, the Grim Reaper knocking the door memes. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I did not. I know that meme. I have not seen the particular meme you're talking about.
I think the first one is one of them's a definition of a woman. That's that, the Grim Reaper kills that. Then there's another one, but then it's the definition of a recession.
Yeah. Okay. The whole woman thing. If you can't define what a woman is, the word is meaningless. Like, it's not a word then. It's just a sound we make. Words are words because they have meaning.
I think what made the people who
Same with recession.
Give the new definition is that a woman is just someone who feels like a woman, and
Pause. So it's circular definitions don't work in
James,
any
logical. I don't get into it that much.
But what I'm saying is they don't work. To feel like a woman means feeling like something. You feel like something, but a woman is to feel like a woman. So a woman is to feel like a woman. So it's a thing that is to feel like the same thing. But that means it's the.
See, you're breaking your brain. You're breaking your brain.
It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
You need a logical definition of woman. Now, if you could come up with that, like for example, like certain roles and ideas within society equal a woman, right? But then you're applying gender roles. So how do you do that? Maybe looking a certain way. Well, what about our people out there who, even though they identify as female, they can't pass.
They like the appearance of a male.
That's so that I feel like you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one.
Have you heard about the What is a Woman documentary?
No.
So this guy for the Daily Wire, his name is Matt Walsh, and he literally made this like 2-hour documentary. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks really good. It's called What is a Woman, and one of these women that he talks to, it's a transgender male. I think she identifies as a woman, but she looks like a guy. And she literally says, I'm a woman, but I have done alterations to my body to appear like a man. Like, that's what she says.
But you still identify as a woman.
Yeah, but she's actually someone who's actually highly against, like child, early, like...
Again.
Early, like, children, again, like, transgender surgery.
That's the part of the argument that I'm just like, how could anyone argue the fact that a child, that their parents can't decide that for them? But I don't think a child can decide it for themselves. I think you need to go through extensive psychological, like you need to be confirmed by 3 different psychologists.
I think a child just needs to grow up and find themselves,
Yeah.
Maybe once they're like 18 and up, or like out of the house, once they're doing their own thing, like on college, and
but then
getting a taste of the real world.
Here the argument is, let's say that it's it's by a birth thing, which it seems like it might be or something, right? With true gender dysphoria, right? With true gender dysphoria. At that point, a lot of things are developed on you if you're a dude or a female. That'll make it's easier for a female to appear male, but it's much harder for a male to appear female.
Right.
And by 18, a lot of things are developed on you that will be irreversible. And that's the argument, I guess.
I know, it's a transgender.
If we could find a clearly definable way where we could look in someone's brain and say, oh yeah, they have a brain that is triggering like a female, right?
Yeah.
And they want to be female or whatever, right? They're very young and they identify as female quite heavily, and their brain is triggering a certain way.
I don't think we're there yet.
If we could do that, I'd be down for it. But since we can't scientifically determine the way someone's brain is firing is linked to that or some other marker that is scientifically definable, I cannot go along with.
Well, some people give the argument that that it's not even related to your physical body. That's it's on a spiritual level. That your
spiritual. So we're making laws based off spirituality.
Because their argument is within Native American cultures and such like that, there'd sometimes be like that there'd be like a legitimate third gender like role.
I
like
think those people just had severe gender dysphoria, right? And then so they ended up making that a role.
I don't know. It's usually like one person, per like the tribe.
How is that person decided?
How's that person decided, like, to be that, like, bridge builder?
The gray area, yeah.
I don't know.
Is it just however they grow up?
But I think they say, like, since it exists in Native American culture, like, there's a spiritual and, like, meaning, like, our spirits, like, don't have, like, a gender. I don't know. That's the argument.
I could see spirits not having a gender if, like, we believe into a spirituality thing, right?
But not everyone buys that.
And not only not everyone buys that, I don't think we should base laws off that.
No, I don't think we should either. I think it should.
Or how we give people medical care. Like, that seems a bit fucked. The spirits will save you, type shit. Like, oh, dude, if you drive down Market on the right side of Market before you hit 30th Street,
okay,
there's a sign. It's for one of the churches that are right there. And it advertises miracle healing.
Miracle healing?
Yeah, like prayer services and miracle healing.
Well, I know there's the convent. It's not the convent.
It's not them.
They advertise for pepperoni rolls.
It's not them.
Is it St. George's?
I don't know. I know it might be...
Remaining Catholic Church?
No, it's not a Catholic church.
Oh, no, it's like a...
It's like Baptist or something.
Huh, interesting.
Because, like, the Catholic Church and miracle healing, that's like a, it's not a thing.
That's a legit miracle. Like when you see like miracle healing, it's a miracle. Like it's kind of like on accident,
Yeah, but like people can't summon miracle healing. You know what I mean?
It kind of just happens.
Like that's not what the Catholic Church doesn't believe that you can just summon it willfully.
No.
Unless you're like a saint or some shit,
Yeah.
If you're like Mother Teresa, maybe you could.
I don't think Mother Teresa could even do that.
No, but who could? I know Jesus could, but Jesus is God, so. I'm trying to.
I know there's like stories about. Actually, I don't know, man. To be honest.
What about Paul? Couldn't Paul do some shit like that?
I don't know what Paul could do. I don't know. His name used to be Saul. That's a cool name, Saul.
Yeah, but then he was Saul, and like his job was to go kill people that
kill Christians.
Yeah,
he was a Jewish zealot. He would kill Christians on the behalf, I think, of the Roman Empire as well.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, blood and violence.
Then he went blind.
Then he went blind for 3 days, got up and realized Jesus is the way. Like, how do you have that big of a turnaround? Like, even if I saw a divine miracle, right? Like, oh my God. Well, I guess if I was a zealot, a divine miracle would mean a lot more to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, he understood it as someone who believed in Yahweh.
Yeah.
Then God, the Father, Jesus, the Son, and all that.
But it just sounds more boring than his prior job.
It's not like Gilgamesh and shit. Paul's in the New Testament era.
Yeah,
that's when stuff's a little more just cut and dry. Here it is, instead of like the crazy Old Testament stories.
Yeah, but like I was okay. So Paul went blind, and that was the gift that was given to him. The gift that was given to Samson was that he could tear down buildings with his bare strength.
Didn't Samson have a donkey jaw? He used it as he tied it to like a string. He like killed people with it, shit like that.
Yeah. That wasn't a main weapon. He picked that up in the wild and just used it one time.
Oh, he just had to use it?
He took down like a whole army with it. Yeah. Like, like this dude tore down marble buildings. Like this guy was retardedly strong. Excuse the bad language. YouTube, please forgive me.
We're not monetized.
True. Just starts cursing a long list. But yeah. How did we even get to this? We started with recession being thing, then we went to gender, then we went to spirituality, then we got to sex.
The Catholic Church and this and that doesn't believe in, weird
miracle healing. Yeah. But
I don't know. Just we're in a recession now. I don't know what's next.
It's not a recession technically.
Shut the fuck up. Are you part of the Biden administration? What are you trying to do to my podcast?
Dude, it's
You think Biden is he out in 2024?
Bro, did you hear Biden said he had me and a bunch of other people from my generation have cancer now? Did you hear that? Did you hear that clip?
No.
He said that he said that in front of a bunch of people. He said me and a bunch of other people from my generation have cancer now. He was talking about, I forget what he was talking about exactly.
And that's the big thing, they think he has cancer now. I think they because during the first year he was going back and forth from the DC to Delaware a whole hell of a lot, and people think he was getting cancer treatment. I don't know though. I mean, I hope that's not
Is
the
it
case.
Fucking brain cancer?
Bro, I don't Jesus.
Bro, if you took a fucking CAT scan of that motherfucker, his head would light up like a Christmas tree.
Oh jeez.
Just fucking giant holes where his brain should fucking be.
You think Biden's out in 2024?
If he isn't, they cheated.
You heard the recent video of Kamala? What she said?
No.
So she's at some meeting, and I don't know what it was for. I just saw the clip. She's like, "My name is Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a woman, and I'm wearing a blue shirt."
Is that all she said?
Yeah, but there's like, it just. I'll show you.
Turn the audio off. We don't want, or do we want the audio on?
Well, why not?
Well, couldn't it get content matched or something?
We're not monetized.
I know that's true. I keep forgetting that. I'm just like following the rules of YouTube. My apologies.
I don't think we'll ever get monetized.
That's probably true.
Here we go. GOP war.
Even if we got a bunch of subscribers, we wouldn't get monetized.
Welcome these leaders for coming in to have this very important discussion about some of the most pressing issues of our time. I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit. And
Thank you for pointing out the obvious, Kamala, of your blue suit, and you're sitting at the table. I thought you were sitting at a standing desk.
Everyone knows who you are, Kamala Harris. You're the vice president. Everybody knows who you are.
I don't know.
Is
she the vice president though?
She
Or
might
is she
be
the
the
president?
actual president, yeah. Not the tumor-ridden, maggot-filled person.
Jesus.
He's a bag of maggots at this point, man.
I think he needs just to retire.
Whatever drugs they put him on for that debate, right before the last debate before voting, right?
Oh, the one where Trump was calm too, and
yeah.
well, there was only 2 debates. Remember?
That's true.
Because they canceled the third one because I think Trump got COVID or something like that, or just like Trump was too crazy that first one, and then Trump was all calm the third one, and then people were like, "Oh shit, he actually looks good."
Yeah,
I remember that was a thing. Like,
but Biden was like, he was still like messed up in the head, but he was surprisingly sharper than he usually is. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Whatever drugs they had him on, I want all of them. Like, that was impressive. That man's IQ went up like 30 points.
You think they could have put him on Adderall?
Dude.
And that guy would explode if he was on Adderall.
His heart might explode or some shit. It might. I mean, maybe a small dose. Maybe.
This is bad.
What?
This is our country. This is bad.
Dude, wouldn't you want your president on Adderall? Make him up all day, making all the decisions all the time.
You think Trump's on meds? He has to.
He's on something.
He's
man.
on something, but
he's been on that. He's been on that. Whatever he's on now, he's been on
for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Trump's savage. Like he already tweeted it. He like
Truth
social about Elon.
Yeah. He
He's
came
like,
begging to me on his knees.
It's like,
without me, he'd be broke right now.
Oh, it's funny.
I could have made him beg for it or whatever. It was like really fucked up.
But it's funny though.
that might be the best Truth Social post of all time. I don't know many Truth Social posts, but that might be the best one. Trump's Truth Social officially effed.
Here we go. When Elon Musk came to the White House, he asked me for help on all his many subsidized projects, whether it's electric cars that don't drive long enough, driverless cars that crash, or rocket ships to nowhere, without which subsidies he'd be worthless, and telling me how big of a Trump fan and Republican. I could have said, drop to your knees and beg. He would have done it.
Shit like this makes me want to use Truth Social. That's fucked.
I don't have. Well, it's not. I don't think it's on the Android store.
Really?
I don't think. I don't know. Let me check. Like, I kind of want to get it just to see what it's like.
503 truths. What the hell?
Is it on here?
It's literally just a Twitter clone.
No, it's not on here.
Oh man.
I think I still have Getter. Yeah, that shitty app.
What's Getter?
Getter's like it's supposed to be. It was like truth before truth.
Right-wing Twitter.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I mean, like, nobody's on it, and the only people who are on it are people who just want to talk about just like the fucking president stole the election. Oh, god damn it! Fucking don't tell me wear my mask. God damn it!
Like really fucked up right-wing people. Got it.
Yeah, or just I mean, some
you mean
people
just
are
like
practical.
Twitter, but like opposite. Like just really fucked up left people are. On
Yeah,
Twitter.
but and that's the only thing that's being talked about. I mean, if I look here on Getter, let's see. I don't want to look at that. I don't know what the fuck is this. Charlie Kirk is on here. Infowars.
The water's turning the frogs gay.
I love Alex Jones though. He's funny as shit.
Dude, and he's not like he says shit in a fucked up way, but it gets attention to like fucked up shit that may not be as fucked up as he says it.
Who's this?
But it's still fucked.
I don't know. I mean, like we have Andy Nigo. He's the one journalist. He's pretty good. We have Charlie Kirk. What's this guy fucking rambling on about? Probably suing The View. And yeah, he's going on, going on about how Whoopi Goldberg just saying shit. Steve Bannon. Well, I think he's going to jail.
Why?
I think he did. He said like he didn't go to the January. What the fuck?
I broke it.
He didn't go to the. Well, they're not mine. Like they're mine, but they're not mine. They're from St. Thomas.
Explains why it broke so easily.
Oh, no. This guy's missing part of that.
That's much less of a problem than it just.
He's got a shield.
Oh, this guy's sword's broken too. I didn't even realize.
Is it really?
Yay!
Oh shit. Maybe like Captain America Knights just definitely use their shields. I don't give a fuck.
We can re-glue it, man. It's fine.
I can re-glue it, about to find some, but I'm too lazy to do that.
Glue it.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk. I don't know.
It was being a January 6th illegal. Like I know they're going after people,
yeah,
but
that's
technically, is that illegal?
So Steve Bannon, that January 6th committee.
Yes.
Okay, so they wanted Steve Bannon to come on and just talk about whatever. Steve Bannon, he, said that, he wasn't going to come on because, he's saying like something about like he just doesn't have to. And he's getting fined for like $350,000 and getting like put in jail for like a year. I don't know what the
dude. The January 6th thing. If you
committee?
if you looked at if you disagree with me, on anything I'm saying, and you're hearing this, put it in the comments. If you know me personally, bring it up to me personally because I want to talk about it. Because the January 6th thing, when you look at what happened, when you look at what the people did, it wasn't that bad. Like, there really nothing bad happened except to the protesters. Nothing bad happened to people except to the protesters. Because the only people who died or were shot during that protest were protesters.
But they raided the Capitol, though.
Raided is such a strong word. They just walked in.
Well, they were fighting them at the front. Like they had to fight and push themselves in with it.
Well, sure.
I mean, look at the videos.
I watched it, but it wasn't that much of a fight. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do against 400, 500, 2,000 people? What are you gonna do?
You have to defend it the best they could. The cops, literally, it was like only a couple cops.
As a cop, I would have just let them in. You're protecting no one. You're protecting no one. There was no one there. There was no one there to protect.
Yeah, there was. The senators, Mike Pence.
None of them were there.
Huh?
None of them were in that building, dude. They were all in a separate building.
They weren't in the Capitol.
They were not. No, they were in a separate building.
Where were they at?
They were like 2 or 3 buildings over, dude. They were all moved out of there prior to the protest. There was no one there to protect.
There's the one picture of the cops.
Yeah.
You see the senators in there. They have the tables barricaded, and it shows like the Secret Service guys. You know, they're barricaded. They have their pistols there just in case, ready for anything.
Yeah, but the protesters never got there.
No, they didn't. But they put them in a safe space in the Capitol. But they're
okay. But what I'm saying is the protesters had no chance of getting to those guys.
No, they did. They're probably in a safe, secure area. But they were still in the Capitol building.
Sure, but it was a separate part of the building. Like, really separate, what I mean. Like, way separate. All the people were in the main part. They were in, like, the
rotunda. And
yeah.
But they're still in the Capitol. And the senators and them were still in the Capitol.
Whatever, man.
That's saying, like, you know, you're at St. Paul's, and there's people right in...
No, the Capitol building's so big... It's like you're in C building if they were in A building, okay?
Well, yeah, but C building's a separate building. But A, B building, it's that same
building.
No. Two buildings.
No, but the Capitol building, the Capitol's so big, it's like they were in C building, okay?
It's that big. Yeah, it's all part of the Capitol. Yeah, they're kind of like in a separate building, but
it's like in a separate building,
it's like in a separate building, but it isn't a separate building.
Defensively, it's like it's in a separate building.
Yes, but it's like emphasis on the word like.
but defensively, as in level of danger to those people, it was like they were in a separate building.
Okay, but
and the danger to those people is what defines how much force you should use against the protesters. Correct? I'm not saying these people were right for going in there. They were wrong, dumb, stupid, terrible people, right? I don't think they should have got shot over it though, because they weren't endangering anyone's lives except for their own.
Well, I don't think. I personally don't. I have a problem.
And also, the Capitol building's public property.
It's public, but not.
It's public property.
On paper, it's
no. The public paid for that shit. It's public property.
Winners. That is public property. So is freaking Nancy Pelosi stocks. That's public money she's using. But that's technically my stocks too. But are they gonna, in the heat of the moment, this is not your building. This is not the public. It's ours. Like,
I love how you default to the Iceman voice for everything.
Oh, she sounds like Iceman, but just just more feminine.
Yeah.
Come on, it's Nancy Pelosi. Does she deserve any respect? If I want to use the Iceman voice for Nancy Pelosi, I will use the Iceman voice.
I wonder if the viewers know what the Iceman, the context.
They've heard of him. Iceman's a big fat Canadian guy who's colorblind.
Like I'm fat, but he's fat. It's different.
I heard that this one guy, Paul,
he beat up a mentally disabled child.
Yeah, he has beaten disabled children. He's not right. This Iceman guy, like legitimately, I'm not.
He lives in the basement. He lives in the basement of like a mental health facility or something.
I think one of the kids got loose. So, I mean, he's not. The kid wasn't. He's not. Right.
I don't even know if it was a kid. It could have been a guy.
I think a guy may have Downs. Or who knows?
Yeah, but basically they're eternally children.
Yeah, he doesn't know where he's going, so he went down and I think
went down to Iceman's basement.
I start fucking at the door. Iceman, answered. He's like, okay, you gotta go back, and the kid doesn't know any better. Starts fucking with Iceman. Iceman fucking start beating the kid.
It wasn't like one punch on the Iceman.
Yeah, I mean the Iceman's fucking went to convenience stores, broke the glass doors and shit. I mean he is just.
He loves Baconators. That's.
He is honestly.
A menace to society.
He's a menace to society, but like he doesn't really do any. He's an annoyance to society. He's like a barnacle growing on a sea turtle. You know, he's like a little bit of some barnacles growing on a sea turtle. It's not convenient for the sea turtle by no means, but it's just it's like, what the hell?
Luckily, he lives in Canada, so we ain't paying for that guy.
He was down here in Ohio during my grad party.
Really?
He like, I was talking to him one night, and Paul was in the party, or just he joins a party, or Paul's off the mic. He's like, "Right, don't tell Paul, but I'm gonna be here in this certain area of Ohio, and if I see him, I want to surprise him." Or just, I don't know why. So Iceman was like, not this, but he was pretty darn close to actually showing up at my grad party. I'm not kidding. He might have showed up. Because that's what we always joked with Iceman. We're like, yeah, Iceman, come to my grad party, Yeah, come on. Because no one thought it would happen.
There was that one guy that was there.
When I heard that when I heard he was in Ohio, I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Iceman might be showing up. And really someone I don't know besides on Xbox, and hearing about these stories of him beating the shit out of disabled people and breaking mom and pop shop
what
store
would
doors.
Paul say? Like rubbing barbecues on his man titties or something?
Rub some barbecue sauce on
No,
his
rubbing baconators. It was baconators.
Oh yeah.
As he role plays in GTA or something. Like what the? Anyways, sorry. That was a digression.
But anyways, yes, on paper, technically is the Capitol public property. Yes, but are all the
and
big
technically were the senators and everyone's safe if those people came into the building?
Were they?
Yes, because they were in a very separate part of the.
Oh yeah, but the way you made it sound at first was like they were like, oh, they're secretly, they weren't in the Capitol. They're in some freaking deep state office building down in Pennsylvania Avenue and chilling there. In reality.
Dude, but it may as well have been. If you look at the layout of the Capitol building, it may as well.
The Capitol's a big ass building. Yes, I know.
It's big, and there's multiple choke points before the safe room they were in.
Yes, but on paper,
like these choke points would have been so effective they could have killed every fucking protester if they tried to push.
Well, I think that some of the police officers gave up because they realized there's so many, it's not worth it to kill all.
Yeah, they killed like 4 people, and they're like, wait, this is kind of not worth it. I'm sorry.
But I still think what the protesters did was inappropriate.
Oh, and wrong. Yes.
It's not American. Well, okay.
That's very American.
It's like crazy American type of shit. Like
if you took American to like if there's like 1 to 0 levels, if you took it to like level 15, that's America.
Yeah.
None of them really had like real weapons though. Not many of them had like weapons.
I know a lot of them have pepper spray. No, they don't have weapons or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think all of them should be, the ones who entered should be, prosecuted.
I don't even, maybe, yeah, probably. Yeah, to be fair. I just feel like 4 people dying is punishment enough, Like getting shot in the face and shit. That's probably enough to like watch that happen in front of you.
You don't want anyone to die, but
watching 4 people get shot in the face might be the thing, or watching one.
A lot of officers killed themselves.
Well, yeah, because they killed a bunch of people. And some of them killed themselves. I bet. I'm just betting.
I'm not getting into that conspiracy theory of these cops.
Bro, people be killing themselves all the time. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Bro, you got Epstein. You got the guy who made. You got John McAfee. Or whatever his name was. I apologize. I'm uneducated, but yeah.
I'll tell you one. When I was down in Hockin Hills this past weekend, I was talking to my cousin's boyfriend. We were just talking about like heavy fucking rock metal and shit because he loves like hard thrash metal. Cool guy. He's a big fan of Tito's. He brought 2 handles of Tito's down there. They were pretty much gone within 2 days.
Get the 2-gallon jugs with the big handles.
I think that's what he had.
Of course, that's what you have to get.
He said that the Chris Cornell, you know him, singer of Soundgarden, Spoon Man and Black Hole Sun.
Yeah.
Chris Cornell and the lead singer for I forget this band's name all the time. Linkin Park. Chester, that guy that killed himself too.
Yeah.
I don't know his last name because I really didn't listen to the whole lot of Linkin Park. Those Chris and Chester, they were going to release a documentary, like exposing like the child like pedophilia industry and shit.
Why?
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Now I think he didn't kill himself.
Chris Cornell dies from a drug overdose or something like that. I think he killed himself.
You mean someone put too many drugs in
And
him?
about 2 weeks later, Chester dies from suicide as well.
You mean
And
someone killed that motherfucker?
They were supposed,
Look, bro, I'm
they were
not
supposed to release the documentary to expose everything.
What happened to the documentary? Where'd it go?
Just never was released.
But where are the files? Someone's got to have them.
I don't know about that. That was kind of just like, oh yeah, this what happened. I was kind of like, shit, man.
Someone's
So
has to.
how about Skillet? What do you like, man? You know, it kind of like just shifted.
But someone has to have the files then.
Maybe only if like the FBI seized it or something like that.
You mean the FBI sees it because the FBI is in the pockets of people like fucking Epstein and shit?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think the FBI matters. They probably Epstein and those people. They probably have their own intelligence agency. Like they probably do or something like that. They got their own like computer nerds and shit doing that shit.
No, they probably just enslaved some more like 13-year-old female children to do it, so they can molest them while they do hacking. Dude, they're fucked up. That whole island, his plane, they were all fucked. Like you're at that point, you're rich enough to like hire like sexy 20-year-olds to like be walking around, and you want
these people
some
are
13-year-olds, man.
No, they're messed up people.
Like you can get some fucking fine ass fucking model level with the kind of money they had.
They're still kidnapping people though. I don't care if it's a 25-year-old,
No.
girl.
Well,
they'd probably still kidnapped her, which is fucked up.
No, but the kidnapping, they didn't do it themselves. They paid thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands for these kidnapped children, like $50K.
Well, some of them, they would be like, to these like young girls and young women, they'd be like, oh, they'll get these people to come to like high schools and shit. They'd be like, or just in public, to malls, to be like, oh, you're so beautiful and this and that. Like, you could be a model. And they would get them like on a fake modeling career.
This happens like 20-year-old women too.
Ship them to the island, act like they're going to go to some pageant or some shit like that. But in reality, well,
they're just going to get like raped.
Get raped by Bill Clinton like 40 times.
I did not have sex with that woman.
Fucking Bill Clinton. Like this is our society. Like we are ancient Rome right now.
Ancient Rome, bro. We're like post ancient Rome. Okay, when it's all falling apart. That's where we're at right now.
No, this is that's part of ancient Rome history when shit starts getting perverted and shit.
Dude, they were like questioning shit about gender. Like, this is what happens. Society goes too far, and they start questioning shit about gender and all that kind of shit, and then everything just spirals down the drain.
I watched a couple podcasts that Andrew Schultz.
Yes.
He's bringing, because it's a big topic these days. He's like, well, the Catholic Church, they were kind of like the ones kind of like, straighten out the people of like the ancient Roman times at the end of the empire.
Now they're fucked too.
Stop the boy fucking. But now in the Catholic Church, everyone else now is doing the boy fucking.
Because
the doctors,
and this is not a conspiracy, by the way. This is not a conspiracy. Okay, this is a fact. Russia, all the way back in the 1920s, and even more strongly through the Cold War, schemed to take down the Catholic Church.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And the way they thought to do that was by implanting homosexual people as priests in the Catholic Church. And this is a stat that I hate to bring up because...
But remember, though, the Soviet Union was also atheistic because it's communism. So
yeah.
They didn't like anything. Even they didn't like, Russian Orthodox churches.
Yeah, and they're trying to take down the Catholic Church and the Russian Orthodox Church for that matter too, right?
I wonder how the Orthodox Church is doing with that type of shit.
I don't know, but they implanted lots of like homos into the church, and something that I don't like to bring up, but it's true. pedophilia happens at a higher rate among homosexuals than in their heterosexual counterpart.
Well, it's usually due to like a lot of pedophiles become pedophiles because they were abused by pedophiles, and it's just kind of like
a lot of them aren't though.
They're not victims of abuse.
Well, like a lot of them are, and I'm not sure on the stats on that.
I think it's pretty high from what I hear.
But a lot of them aren't too though. Like there's at least a significant portion that is like not that they're just born that way.
What's causing that though? Do you think it's just more relevant because we have more news media and stuff, or do you think like something is in the water? Like, I mean that's the best way I could put it. You know, something within society creating more pedophilia to become more
something in the water creating them pedos for sure. Them jip pedos.
Like, you know, okay, so like back in 1622, was there, you know, the amount of pedophiles that there are today, or, you know, was it just you didn't hear about it more? Or they just got all killed off or some shit like that?
Well, I'm sure you heard about them last A, but B, like
it happened for sure, but it wasn't like.
But I'm also pretty certain that like Well, okay, this is the honest truth. Our society as a whole is more perverted.
Oh yeah.
Way more. Two.
You think we're more perverted than we were during the end of the Roman Empire? Just kind of like pretty close.
I think if you compare us to like the fucking, I can't think of the word, but the rich people in Rome, the aristocracy. If you compare us to the aristocracy, no, we're not much more. But if you compare us to like the average person, oh yeah, we're way more fucked up.
Yeah.
we're all aristocracy now is the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I can go out to eat tonight and have like a really nice meal.
Mm-hmm. I'll fill you up. Won't go to bed hungry. But the people of ancient Rome, I mean, they're well off for, you know, that time period though.
Sure, but not like we are now.
Nothing.
Like this marvel of technology here.
No, back in the day,
this TV marvel of technology is a piece of shit. Like in today's modern society, right?
Well, a lot of people would like to have the space, but
I'm talking about that TV right there.
Yeah, but back in the if you showed a picture of this like to some people in the 80s of this room, people would think we're in the fucking control room in the White House or have our own version.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they would think we were hackers or some shit, but we're just two idiots making a podcast. Two idiots
in Northeast Ohio.
But like we're so much richer now than they could have imagined back then.
Oh, yeah.
We have like everyone has like running water, not just people in the cities, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
So, but the thing is, I guess what Andrew Schultz would bring up, he's like the Catholic Church kind of straightened out the Romans and kind of like got everything off that like crazy, like, you know, crazy.
They worked hard to do that, yeah.
Do you think we're gonna reach a point that, you know,
the Catholic, no,
something else comes and fucking not the Catholic Church, but something else comes.
The only thing that has a chance, there's nothing that has a chance. I just realized
nothing.
Because Islam's into pedophilia.
Yeah, I was gonna say Islam for a minute, but I'm like, oh no, that's not gonna.
Yeah, because they're into pedophilia. Look. I don't mean all Islamic people are pedophiles. What I mean is that strong conservative, like the majority of Islam is not 21st century. You know, it's they're into like 13-year-olds marrying 50-year-olds. You know, it's fucked. Okay.
I don't know a lot about Islam, but. So I just stay silent.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna say something. It's fucked. Okay, and that isn't all of them. And there's subgroups and like different parts that would be appalled by what I'm saying, calling them. And you know, I'm not talking about you. Okay, okay, but yeah, they would not be the ones to straighten it out. I'll tell you that much. Also, they're far too violent. Like
maybe Judaism will come back.
Judaism, they're too weak, man. They don't got enough. They don't got enough sauce.
So okay. So you don't think no modern religion will like straighten out the society, all this like strange pedophilia?
There would have to be a new religion. and I'm gonna create. No, I'm kidding.
It's time.
Maybe it's time to start a religion.
Reason and scientific truth.
Deus Vult.
Start a crusade. I don't know. Strange times we're in.
We were talking about this. Was it last night we were talking?
Oh, the crazy space samurai and the space Catholics. You know, my own little Warhammer .
By the way, no one's gonna use. I don't care how crazy you get. If you have access to weapons like a lightsaber type thing, no one's gonna use that as a primary weapon.
I don't want to talk about that ship sail about the fucking space samurais and their energy katanas.
Anyways, but yeah, no one's gonna straighten us out. No one's got the sauce.
You don't think?
No one, not a single one.
That's what maybe some practical Romans back in the day might have been saying, just sitting over a fire, shooting the shit that someone
No, because there was a giant power of the Catholic Church. The huge power of the Catholic Church.
Let's just say before, Christianity is this thing you hear about kind of happening, but it's still not, relevant enough.
It's very relevant at that time, though, the post of the ending of the Roman Empire. Christianity is super relevant.
But couldn't someone said though that Christianity won't do it, but it did it then. It did it then. It straightened the shit out. Yeah,
but now Christianity's crumbling. It's different when something's a seed, right? And it's starting out. Have you ever seen a sapling?
Yeah.
Okay, a little sapling. You can put that sapling through a lot of bullshit and not expect it to survive, and it will grow around it. It'll just grow right through it. You take an old withering tree, it's not going to survive anything the way the sapling would. It's not going to surprise you. The withering tree will always fail you. Okay? The Catholic Church is no longer a sapling ferociously sprouting out of the ground. It is a withering tree. It cannot save and will not save. Unless there's a major rebirth within the tree, like a new tree sprouts from the old tree, right? But no, I don't see that happening.
So, not the Catholic, not even Christianity as a whole.
Christianity in itself, if Christianity saved us, I'd be worried. Because Christianity outside the Catholic Church is kind of fucked up.
Evangelical
Baptists. You look at
only somehow the Orthodox Church somehow got their shit together. But I don't really know. I don't know what happens.
Orthodox Church isn't bad. I like the Orthodox.
I really don't know much about it because we live in a country where the Orthodox Church is kind of it exists here,
but they're not prevalent.
Or not like Eastern European, where we see the fucking patriarchs.
Actually, thinking about it now, the Orthodox Church could do it.
Maybe question mark?
Question mark. It'd be really hard because they're not powerful over here. So we may just be a godless land forever.
We're gods and gun land. That's what we are.
No, a godless but full of guns. Well, we might be a godless and gunless land at the end of this decade. So look out for that.
Well, I saw a video by this one YouTuber. You might like him. It's called What If Altheist.
What If Altheist?
Yeah, this guy's actually good. I'm gonna subscribe to him because I do like this guy's videos. Just do this real quick. There's always weird shit in my.
Man's recommended can tell you a lot about him.
Well, this is my real recommended. This is
This is your real recommended.
This is my real recommended.
Yeah.
I think I found a Minecraft project bigger than the building the Nelk Full Send podcast Halo shit.
I thought that Pippin FTS guy was building a life-size replica of the Earth.
Yeah, this guy has some interesting videos.
Some countries that should have been rich.
Is that what he's saying? Sounds cool.
I might watch that.
Where's
My heresy continues. Final 8 taboo questions.
Yeah, I watched this one right here. How our world will no, I watched it. It was ideology. It's one about ideologies. He makes some interesting videos, but
he says the world and the age. He agrees with me. We're on the collapse. We're fucked.
This guy definitely is more pessimistic, maybe a little nihilistic.
Wait. He says rebellion. Yeah, for sure. And then
I like
what
this guy.
fiat is that like? Does it say fiat collapse over in Russia, China?
State collapse.
State collapse.
The recession, disillusion, collapse of globalization, and this,
There's not enough pixels on the screen to see that.
Well, I can see it well. War, famine in Africa and the Middle East.
Okay.
I don't know what happens in India. Just India does India, I guess.
Okay.
But what was I saying?
India will be fine though. Is my thing. I think India is one of the ones that will shrug it off.
Maybe Hinduism comes and saves us.
Dude, I don't want to be saved by Hinduism.
Why not? It's better than atheism.
I don't know, man. I think if you just remove like all the fucked up people from atheism, I think it's fine. Like it's fine.
No, I don't think it's fine.
Why is it not fine?
Because it just doesn't give people purpose.
People can make their own purpose, man.
But people are fucked up, though.
Yeah, that's pretty true. But you saw people are still fucked up if there's religion. They're just more fucked up in a different way.
Yeah, but...
Dude, you're going to tell me those priests aren't fucked up? And you tell me those altar boys who are like, if I don't do this, God will hate me aren't fucked up?
All the priests are fucked up.
Not all of them, but I'm saying all those priests. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, yeah, those priests. Yeah, they're fucked up.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them, man. More than you would think. I bet there's one in every diocese.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Which means in our diocese right now.
There's one roaming around.
There's one roaming around. That someone needs to go, and you know what we need to do to them? We know what we need to do?
I don't condone violence.
I condone violence against people who hurt little kids, okay? Okay? I you know what? If I get arrested for this, I get arrested for this. But if someone is molesting children, I don't condone it. I endorse it. Go hurt those people. Okay?
I endorse it. I don't condone. I thought you meant like I don't condone like I don't know what you're about to say, but something like I don't condone like killing them. No, but then I don't condone killing pedophiles. I endorse it.
Go and fucking kill them. Okay.
What political office are you in now? What office are you in?
I don't care what office that is. Fuck those people.
Straight from the office of Jamie Winters.
Straight from the office of one. Okay.
Put the official seal on it.
But that is a doctrine. Okay. The kill pedophiles on sight doctrine. But those priests need their balls removed. Like you need to remove their penis and balls. Okay. Like maybe you just remove the tip. Maybe you just cut off the tip.
I saw a tweet. Someone said, what we should do with the illegal aliens for them to earn their citizenship? They should hunt predators, like sexual predators. It'll be aliens versus predators. Real alien versus predators.
Oh, dude. There was this one guy. I think this is the U.S. Or was it? Yes, it was in the U.S. This guy got molested like horribly by his stepfather. Okay, and his mother did nothing about it. Right? He beat all of them, molested the two boys. He got out of there. He ended up moving to like Seattle. Right? He like couldn't quite get on his feet and shit, but that's besides the point. He ends up using the sexual offender registry as a hit list and just starts going around.
Really?
And just like I don't think he might have killed a few, maybe.
Or like
no, he just beat the shit out of him. Like he taught him a lesson. He went around and beat the shit out of him. Right?
It's pretty wild.
The quest log. He called it the quest log.
The quest log.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There's a quest. It's like the local authorities. It's like, hey son, we heard some news about some guy going around and.
How did you go? He would walk in, beat his teeth in. The one guy he beat up, when.
What if he like played a bunch of like Dark Souls and he just like went around like he was the main character, like, beat the shit out of these people, act like they're the bosses.
Yeah, no, he went around beating people up, and the one guy, the guy smoked a lot of meth before he did this. By the way, like.
Oh, so this guy's a druggie too.
To be fair, he was severely abused as a child. So,
that's he had some sort of coping mechanism.
Yeah. So he did a fuckload of meth. Went to go beat this guy up and like asked him to do something. The guy like refused. So he said. So then he pulled out a hammer and said, "Stop, hammer time," and then beat the guy with a fucking hammer.
You know, as someone who's
The only reason we know this is because that guy lived, by the way.
You know, as this guy, like you're saying, this guy, you know, he's addicted to methamphetamines and crack, but at least he's doing more notable stuff than Hunter Biden is.
True.
Smoking Parmesan cheese out of the fucking carpet and, you know, doing deals with China.
Wait, he smoked Parmesan cheese?
Oh, yeah, Hunter Biden's fucked.
Wait, you can't smoke Parmesan cheese. I mean, you could, but it wouldn't do anything. Why would you smoke Parmesan cheese?
Bro, Hunter Biden was wigged out. He still is wigged out. Have you seen the recent videos that have been surfacing of him?
No.
Oh, God, I'm not even bringing these up on here, but... Well, I don't need to get, like, actually, like, took my video taken. Well, they're already kind of censored, but... There's, like, new videos of him, like, you know, he's in these, like, motels. Like, he's wearing his, like, crack, smoking a cigarette. Like, he has it, like, shows, like, he's, like, has the phone. He's, like, showing himself, and he just shows him, like, his crack on the scales. You hear these strippers fucking talking in the background, prostitutes and shit. And that's one of them. So, you know, people want to, you know, charge him for prostitution and shit like that. Nothing will happen to him. It's Hunter Biden.
Of course.
Joey has him taken care of. There's one video. He's in, like, you know, those, like, isolation chamber baths you go in, like, you know, kind of like they reduce the oxygen, you get a bath that's all enclosed. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of.
You mean it's like a sensory deprivation tank?
Yeah, one of those things.
Yeah.
It shows him he's inside one of these things. He's
Jerking off.
he's smoking a crack pipe. He's smoking a crack pipe.
He's smoking crack
Drinking a fucking White Claw.
at the same time.
And jerking himself off in the video. Fondling himself. This is real. He filmed himself doing this shit.
Wait. What the fuck?
All right, I gotta show you. And they're already censored, but, you know, just to show you the complete insanity.
This man's like, I don't want anything to distract from my experience, so I'm gonna go into a sensory deprivation tank while I smoke crack.
Here, right here.
And fondle myself.
This is it. This is the president's son. Now imagine if this was one of the Trump children.
Oh, dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, it'd be all over
oh
the,
my
it'd
God.
Be, it'd
You
be
would
all
not
over
hear the
news.
end of it.
It'd be all over the news.
This is it. Yeah. The son.
Smoking drugs.
Okay, yeah.
He's staring right at the camera.
Just cracking the White Claw, looking around. Like, what is going through this man's mind?
Not much, apparently.
Like, my dog has...
Look at those eyes. Look at
Like,
those eyes.
my dog has more thoughts than him right at this moment. Like, there's nothing going through his mind. Nothing.
I don't know, man. Your dog's pretty fucking chill.
Yeah, but look, does he look like he was thinking much there? Probably not. My dog was probably having more, you know.
He was thinking about, man, that video was so lit.
So I can't wait. He's probably thinking, I can't wait to watch this or some shit.
You can't wait to watch this and relive the experience.
Like, I don't know. Like, this is our society, Wonders. We live in a society.
We do live in a society, and it's one of the societies of all time.
I don't want to see this country go down, man.
I don't know. I don't think it matters at this point. There's nothing we can do.
Well, I don't want to see America fall. I like what this country stands for, but we're having.
What do we stand for now?
I don't like what the dimwits are making America stand for now. These
No.
days.
Whatever we're doing right now is what we stand for. So what do we stand for right now, Mark?
What America's doing in the world?
Yeah, what we do in the world is what we stand for.
I like what foundational America stands for.
Um,
now with all this mumbo jumbo on the top of it, and you know.
You want to go back to what the founding fathers did and enslave people? Then
No,
you
not
racist?
that.
No, I'm kidding. When people say the founding fathers thing, a lot of people are like, "Oh, so you want racism to return?" You haven't heard that argument yet? No.
Yes and no.
Okay.
I try and block out their idiocy.
Dude, you gotta go where the enemy lives. Okay, you have to live where the enemy lives
Wonders,
and breathe where the
I took
enemy
a
breathes.
class. I was the only conservative, Christian, straight, cisgender male in this class.
So there were like
Okay,
conservative.
no.
There were conservative Christian people. They just weren't straight.
I actually don't know, but I was like the openly like. This was one class.
You were the
we
only
took.
open conservative.
Yes.
The other ones were just scared.
I don't know, though. I don't know if they were conservative, though. Because they didn't say anything. I didn't talk to them. But it was this class. Like, it's called, it was supposed to be a comparative foreign policy class. It wasn't that at all.
No. It was left-wing bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I learned a lot to.
And that's Kent State. Don't send your kids to Kent State, okay?
Well, I don't want to send my kids to Akron either.
What do you mean? What's wrong with Akron?
There's many
We're one of the
things
most conservative campuses ever.
Akron, though. I don't want my kids to get shot.
Oh, man. I didn't get shot.
I don't. Who's going to shoot you?
I walked around very menacingly wearing jeans, a long leather jacket at 3 a.m. through the ghetto, and I didn't get shot, okay?
Well, there's a reason why you're not getting shot. They're like, don't mess with him. He's going to pull out a fucking Star Wars machine gun on us.
Dude, did you July 8th, by the way, did you hear about what happened to the former Japanese prime minister?
Oh, Shinzo Abe?
Yeah.
No, it's so unfortunate.
Bro, but did you see the gun the guy used?
Yeah, we
that
talked about
black
this last
powder,
night.
like a black powder fucking... That's right. We did talk about this last night. We talked about this right before we started talking about lightsabers.
Yeah. But, anyways, I know what it's like to be in, like, the adversary's, realm. Because I was in this class.
Yeah, but that's not... Dude, those
now,
people...
the professor is very respectful. He's really chill.
Yeah, but no. That's the more refined version of where the enemy lives. That's not where the enemy lives. That's where the enemy eats, okay?
Okay.
Where the enemy sleeps and shits is where I reside, okay? Okay.
Oh, so you live in like the fucking like rafters and shit. They don't know though.
I go to their Twitters. I see their Reddits, okay?
Well, I look at this shit.
I'm on their Quora pages.
I don't
okay?
fuck with Reddit.
I don't fuck with Reddit too much either. But when I was fucking with Reddit, I was in, okay?
I want to make a Reddit just to look at some of the shit I like, but I don't know. That's the fun shit though, I got Twitter for that. I don't want to get too invested in the crazy shit, so I just don't. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna Reddit.
Dude, you gotta go where the enemy where the enemy lets down their guards, where they don't care as much about optics. They're just like, yeah, kill and eat the rich. You haven't seen anyone unironically say eat the rich.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. That was the class. I remember I was making an argument. Like they're
no
like,
way.
They're arguing.
They literally said we should eat the rich. They literally ironically said we should go and cannibalize the rich.
Okay, no, not that.
Okay,
but they said we should like eat up their fun. Like eat up their funds and take that shit away.
No. I've had people on the internet unironically say we should cannibalize rich people.
Well, that's fucked. But. Yeah, I remember they were making an argument all billionaires are just like these bastards and evil people who should just burn in hell alongside with their mothers. But now it's kind of like what do you mean?
Hey, what does their mother have to do with any of this?
Wait, what do you mean? You got good millionaires like the Dwayne the Rock Johnson. He seems like a pretty
chill guy. Yeah.
Dolly Parton, she's a very she's hailed in the feminist community, I think.
Yeah, she also got that she also got that Tennessee honey coming out of her. Anyways.
Kind of her paycheck because she's very generous. She funded the COVID vaccine. She's generous. She's a generous woman. Gives to a lot.
She gave the COVID vaccine. I hate her. I'm kidding, by the way.
Oh, you can't hate Dolly.
No, you can't hate on Dolly.
She's a sweetheart.
Give me a sip of that Tennessee honey.
She was a beautiful woman back in her day.
Oh man, she was a stunner. Yeah.
Dolly was a doll. I mean, that's all I'll say.
For sure.
But, the argument was that since they're rich...
They exploited people to get there.
They exploited people. I'm like, no, they didn't. They didn't fucking wake up like, oh, boy, I can't wait to gyp these people out.
Wait. So with my argument would be, okay, me and you, we're both people, right? Right? Let's say we're both farmers, okay? I farm a little bit better than you. I farm a little bit better than you because I figured out that if I make sure all my crops are pointed at 45 degrees, they all get a different 45 degrees from south or whatever. They get a different ratio of sunlight, which makes them more nutritious or whatever, right? So I go to the market and I sell better than you do, right? And and then I use that money to buy
More land.
Or I use that money to buy pigs or something else, right? And slowly but surely, next thing you know, I own a factory, right? Me selling things and then buying things and not exploiting things. Me offering someone a job and saying, I'll pay you this much for this work. Do you agree to that? You can say, no, I'm not, is that exploiting people, right? Their argument would be yes, because that person can't live without a job, right? But without me, there would be no job.
Right.
I bought the supplies. I took all the risk, right? I went out and bought this entire piece of land. And then I bought these millions of dollars of machines. So without me, no job exists. So then I offer them a job. They say, you can do this work, and I'll pay you this much per hour, right? How is that exploitation? And the answer I always get is something along the lines of, you have to, like you're undercutting people for the work they're doing. Am I really though? Or am I just getting a return on my investment? I don't know. Their labor is defined by.
Well, I think their argument is like there shouldn't exist like millionaires and billionaires,
but
because
people doing
there's
work.
Other people, in poverty, in Cleveland, San Francisco, Chicago.
Those people didn't do the things the billionaire did.
No, they didn't.
They got there a lot of the time by their own choices. You could say that's because their childhood was bad or they lacked the education or something. But either way, the choices they made were not the efficient ones the efficient or effective ones that the million and billionaires made, right? Because you don't become a millionaire and a billionaire for not doing anything unless you're like the heir to a fortune, right?
Right.
Like no millionaire got there for no reason. That's what I'm saying.
No, I think go on. I don't know actually.
Trump. You could argue people argue Trump got there for no
He's
reason.
only given $1 million though.
What?
He was only given $1 million though.
A million's not that much. Like a business owner can go get a loan for $1 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And, he's failed a lot of times, yeah, but the thing that made him his money is he's able to sell his personality.
I can't say those millionaires who, someone like The Rock, who literally had $5 in his pocket, that famous story, or just.
Yeah, he didn't exploit people, man.
People like him didn't exploit anyone. They just did their own work.
In fact, you could argue The Rock was exploited.
He was probably exploited.
Because WWE, it was a rough fucking thing, man. After he got out of arena football, because he did arena football for a bit, right?
The people who probably just really do the exploiting are shitty politicians.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Greedy business people.
Well, greedy business people. I think all business people should be somewhat greedy.
They should be driven by competition.
They should be driven by they want more things.
Yes, but I don't think it should be driven to become the monopoly, though.
Well, that's up to everyone else, man.
No, I guess
if you're gonna let me monopolize something, I'm gonna monopolize it.
Well, yeah, that's because obviously the other competition isn't doing it.
Yeah, if for example, if I'm selling hotcakes and everyone else selling hotcakes can't compare to my hotcakes, so I'm the only one who gets a hotcakes business anymore, is that my fault?
No,
it's their fault. My hotcakes taste better, and I can sell them at half the price.
Those people should be doing better, though.
Why aren't they competing with me?
I don't know.
My hotcakes, man. No, but monopolization is a problem for sure.
Oh yeah, I think like one of the worst forms of maybe I don't want to say exploitation, but just wrong people. It's just the outsourcing of work, American work to foreign countries, especially when it's China.
That's gonna end very soon.
You think?
It's gonna have to.
You think a lot of industries coming back to America?
It's gonna have to.
Why? What makes you think it? A lot of people are already dig deep in China.
We're going to war with them. They're gonna attack Taiwan, dude.
Okay, we're already in a culture war. We're already in economic war. Yes.
We're already in skirmishes in the South China Sea. We've been in skirmishes since
when do you think we're going to war? I know it's going to happen eventually, but I feel it might be a little later than what you think.
2025, baby.
2025.
Latest. That like truly starts.
That's the latest, you think?
I think. Could be 2030 though. I don't know.
I see more like the 20, 27, 28.
Okay, I could see that, but I really think 2025. Because like the way their economy is kind of like shambling around, kind of, you know, they aren't making returns on their loans from small countries they try to give money to. They're in a pickle. They're in quite the pickle.
China?
Yeah, economically speaking.
What do you think happens in the war with us and China?
We kick their teeth in. As long as we actually fight.
Well, I mean, with that what if Altheus, he says that usually in terms of like big global hegemonic wars,
Yeah.
it's usually always the seafaring power that always beats the land-based power.
And what are we?
The seafaring.
Yeah, we kick their teeth in.
We got Australia.
Unless they do their like special hypersonic nuke, then you know maybe
We do have Space Force.
we do have Space Force.
Cool Space Force news. This is going really crazy because you know I'm looking.
Do you watch what's his name? The cop. He's like is I think there's cop in his name. Maybe I don't know, but he's like bald and he does like skits about Army and Navy shit.
Kind of. That he makes fun of the Space Force. He puts like the tinfoil hats on.
Yeah, he has like the fingers on his the hands on his fingers.
He knows that they. So Space Force.
I know a guy who's actually going into the Space Force.
Really?
Yeah.
As a soldier or like as a worker?
As a soldier.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So Space Force, you know, as someone who's looking to get into intelligence agencies, I've been looking around.
Mm-hmm.
So Space Force, their headquarters, their new intelligence agency, down at Wright Patterson Air Force Base down in Ohio, and it's called Space Delta 18.
Okay,
because
I
you know
remember
the Space
that.
Force logo. It's kind of like the Delta right there.
Yeah, I know what it looks
Well,
like.
so
yeah.
the Delta is just the Delta in space, but the 18th because it's the 18th Intelligence Agency. But look at their logo; it's fucking nuts.
I know what the Space Force logo looks
That's
like.
their logo right there.
Oh, that, bro, you can't use that. You can't do that,
They're doing it.
dude. All the conspiracy Illuminati people are like, "I told you."
They're going nuts. But look at some of their other like crazy insignias. Like these are like their like ranks. They're like divisions. They're like
This is what happens.
these are like squadron ones.
This is what happens when you let a bunch of nerds and soldiers work together and to come up with shit.
Yeah, that's cool shit though.
It's cool, but it's really not a good idea. Dude, one uses Thor's hammer.
Yeah, one's Mjolnir.
God, fucking hell.
I mean, like these are nuts. Like these are the different like divisions and squadrons. Some of these are pretty practical, but like they're cool.
Yeah, some of them are pretty practical and cool.
But yeah,
But the one in Ohio is definitely a mistake.
Space Delta 18. Yeah. Well, I looked it up because I was looking at this agency.
I really like it though.
Oh, it's cool as shit.
It's cool as fuck.
I was looking at this because I'm like, do I really want to join some agency that has this fucking logo? I was actually concerned. Like, am I joining some like strange sort of like Bohemian Grove and the Space Force type of shit?
Well, if it would be anywhere, it'd either be in California or in Ohio. You know what I mean?
Might as well get in while I'm young. No, so I guess the Delta's the Delta. The Sphinx is supposed to be like because the Sphinx is like represents knowledge and wisdom.
The guardians of the guardians of divine knowledge and magic. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like looking up at the stars, like looking for the North Star, at the up at the stars and shit like that. Yeah, but that's a cool one. This is the one out in California at Vanderbilt Space Force Base. But yeah, so Space Delta 18 is going to be located in down in Ohio.
If you're gonna have that as your logo, you have to have a riddle for newbies. Right? You can't put a Sphinx in your logo, looking at a star, and not have a riddle for your newbies.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like that's like the whole thing with the Sphinx. Answer my riddle, and you can have access to the library, the great library of knowledge or whatever. Right? if they don't have a riddle, you should definitely join that, given the opportunity.
I would like to, because there's a lot of other agencies are down that right Patterson area.
Exactly.
It's a big fucking.
And it might be a good starting
place,
point.
It's their HQ down there in Ohio.
Yep.
And they obviously have a location near the Pentagon, that area.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where it's happening. That's the intelligence HQ.
So what I'm telling you is, you should get in there. That makes a lot of sense to me for what you're trying to go for. But B, if they don't have a riddle there already for newbies, you start it. You tell them.
Oh, it's just kind of like a little just fun thing they do.
Yeah, like a fun thing. You answer the riddle, right?
Oh yeah.
You got a week to answer the riddle.
Just give them like a little paper and just like, now you're gonna be cool. You're gonna be cool. Okay. Well, what's the riddle? What do you get though? What do you get?
I don't know.
There has to be some.
They have to come up with something for that. I don't know.
So you give them, like at every newbie's bed camp, or just when they first get there at their first desk, or they're doing like mechanic, wherever their desk or locker is, you have a little business card.
It just has a riddle on it.
It's black, and the one side has that logo on it, and the other side it flips. It's also black, but in like white letters. It says like
it says and
it says report into your.
And then you give them the riddle.
Report, you tell them if you figure it out. You tell them, and whatever you tell them, you get some fun little cool reward or something.
Yeah, maybe they take you out to dinner or something.
Or
right?
maybe with that, or like you get me like a cool little insignia on your who knows, just
something, right? But you got the Sphinx, you got to do riddles.
Yeah,
right. You would tell them your nerd friend told you that if you're gonna have Sphinx in your logo, you got to do riddles.
Yeah, wonders if I would ever get a job down there one day. You could visit me in Dayton.
And I'd ask what the riddle is, and if you don't have one, I'll be severely disappointed in you.
Dayton seems like a decent spot to live in.
Yeah, it's not bad. People, a lot of people talk shit on Dayton.
Dave Chappelle lives down there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. During COVID, I guess he has a barn. He lives on like a big plot of land, has a barn. He's doing like fucking comedy shows. Having people drive up in their SUVs and just like start going up there smoking a cigarette.
Dude,
being Dave Chappelle.
Dude, I love how Dave Chappelle has smoked at most of his comedy specials. And if you look at those venues policies, you're not allowed to smoke inside.
It's Dave Chappelle. What are you gonna tell him? He don't give a fuck.
He always lights up on stage. Like, look at you, man.
Excuse me. Like you don't care.
Excuse me.
He's
I'm Dave fucking Chappelle.
I think he's coming to Canton.
Really? When?
Been here. I think Hall of Fame week.
Damn.
I'm excited for Hall of Fame week.
Dude, it's gonna be really good this year, apparently.
Journey's gonna be there.
Well, sure, for all you boring people, but Dave Chappelle?
Let's see. Let's see when
Dude, if Dave Chappelle is coming up, I'll go. I love Dave Chappelle.
It might already happen, but
if that happened and I didn't know about it, I'm sad. I'm sincerely sad.
I don't think it happened yet, but I could be wrong.
It might already be sold out.
Oh yeah, it's 100% price. August 7th.
Bro, I feel like I have something going on that day.
When is when is it? Like,
no, I have something going on the 6th and the 8th, but not the 7th.
How much tickets cost for this? No, I just kind of I'd like to go down there at Centennial Plaza, in Canton, just kind of walk around, get the feel, just experience it.
Yeah.
I think they think the ribs burn off. How much are one of these? Wait, what is this?
Wait. What are the 222 seats? Look at the 222 seats.
20. Oh, these C's.
Yeah. Now go down one. Why are they $20 cheaper?
Wait. This one's $112. What the hell? Okay, I don't care.
They're not sold out yet, which I find interesting.
$109, $112. To be honest, I'd just like to be there just to listen. I mean, $82. $75.
You're in the nosebleeds.
But you just gotta listen to him. If the audio's good, I gotta listen and have some fun.
Well, how much does A cost? How much does A cost?
A, $158.
Yeah. But 227, the nosebleeds is still open. That's interesting. I'll keep that in mind.
When is Hall of Fame week? I feel like it's always like a little. Like, I wonder what's going on this year.
One thing I really dislike about these chairs is the air that comes out of them. Have you experienced that yet?
Huh?
No?
Sometimes.
Lean back in your chair. hard, Marky. I guess you're just not fat enough for it to happen.
Oh, don't say that. Have some positivity.
I am positive. Positive, I'm morbidly obese. That's a fun joke.
Where's okay? Hold up.
Oh, there's a pageant. Who goes to those?
Okay, Saturday, August 6th. Concert of Legends. That's at 8 p.m. Enshrinement. That's it's on Sunday this year. Yeah, but I just like to kind of just be down here for that week and just be part of it.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
It's our city. Or just north of Hell shirt. People look at me like, "What the fuck's that guy? What's he wearing?"
Bro, just put the YouTube channel on the back.
Put a QR code.
Yeah, put a QR
Someone
code.
scan it.
Yeah,
someone would.
Dude, I've realized if you just leave a QR code somewhere, like I saw someone in a video, someone spray painted a QR code, and it just led to a website that literally just counted how many people visited it, and a bunch of people visited the website just because you spray painted.
That's
a QR
my plan.
code.
Once the school year starts up, well, I don't know.
What?
I want to put QR codes around, but at the same time, I don't really know why I want to do this podcast.
Okay.
I don't know. It might be. I plan maybe
Whatever you decide to do is what you decide to do, Marky.
I think I might do it more as an experiment. Because one day, because I know this one won't last forever. I'm already kind of seeing maybe where the sun's going to set soon with this podcast.
Of course.
It'll be sooner than you think.
Okay.
But doesn't mean I don't want to start another podcast one day.
Okay.
That's a little more clear of what type of we want to talk about content wise.
Yeah.
But I'd like to see the QR type of a shit, kind of see how that works, see if people use it.
What if it pops off for no reason, Marky?
If the podcast pops off for no reason, like people swarm in here,
yeah, because of the QR codes.
we'll have to reconsider some things.
Have to reconsider something.
I mean, I don't know. I'd find a way. I would like to do this podcast for a while, but due to certain future circumstances, I'll explain after the podcast.
Oh man, Illuminati! I'm telling you, he's joining this Illuminati group, guys.
I'm sorry, I'm going down a date and I'm joining Space Delta 18.
And no, it's secretly the Illuminati. He can't be on videos or photos.
We're gonna dig beneath the pyramids and take out the fucking.
What you guys don't know is there's
sausage.
actually a giant set of ancient Egyptian tombs under Ohio. Somehow they magically got. Anyways, sorry.
It's all Ohio.
It's all.
It always was.
It always has been.
But yeah, I want to. I like to continue the podcast, but I like this form the best. Here in the studio, stuff like that.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun.
I just don't care for digital podcasts as much. I've done them before. They're not bad here and there.
What are digital podcasts?
Like on Zoom and shit.
Oh, it's fucking terrible.
It's kind of like, I like the human interaction. Nothing like, I can see you here, winners.
I think people would rather not see me.
You've been here in plenty of episodes, winners. They've seen you. They've seen you. Why not? I like seeing you being blessed by your beautiful face.
My gorgeous locks and beautiful fucked up face.
Yeah. Say we wrap this up.
I think we should wrap it.
It's 9 o'clock. All right.
We gotta get some burgers, y'all. Otherwise, we sit here and talk forever.
Thank you for coming back to Ramblin' 101.
I'll be your professor for this month.
And guess what? He's on tenure too. He's made the big bucks. All right. See y'all. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. See you in the next one. Peace out.
The information or opinions expressed during the Just North of Hell podcast are solely those of the individuals involved. The primary purpose of this podcast is entertainment. As such, the Just North of Hell podcast is not responsible and does not verify any of the information contained in the podcast.